Shiva Mahapuranam, Rudra Samhita, Srsti Khanda, Chapter 6, Mahapralaya and Vishnu's origin. Brahma said, O Brahmana, best among the learned people, you have put me a very good question, because you are desirous of the welfare of the people. You have asked this question for the good of the people, the story by listening to which the sins of all the people would be washed out. The same beneficial Shiva Tattva is being narrated by me. Truly speaking, I am myself unaware of Shiva Tattva, nor does anyone else know about it. When at the time of dissolution the entire mobile and immobile world had been destroyed, and in the absence of the sun and the stars there was darkness everywhere. There were no moon, day, night, fire, wind, land, water, or anything else. Even the sky had been deprived of the luster. At that point of time, the word, touch, etc., could nowhere to be found. The fragrance, form, or beauty had also vanished. Thus, there was the continued darkness everywhere, which could not be pierced through with a needle. Then, what is mentioned in the Vedas as existent and Brahman was only present. Sat and Asat nowhere could be found, which is visualized by the yogis always in their minds. It is beyond the comprehension of mind and speech, it is beyond expression by words. It has no name or the color. It is neither gross nor subtle. It is neither brief nor vast, neither small nor big. It neither expands nor does it squeeze. Even the Vedas, getting surprised, conceive it as the truth, knowledge, having the form beyond measure, blissful and eternal. It is beyond measure, beyond change, formless, having no attributes, who is perceptible to the absolute yogis, all pervasive and the only cause of the universe. It is without alternative, without beginning, free from illusion. It is without beginning, end, or blemish, unparalleled, and is the form of consciousness or the pure knowledge. Its names go on changing. After a long time, a desire developed in him to get himself multiplied. Or, in other words, he thought that he was one and he should be multiplied into many forms. The said being, having no form of his own, created an auspicious image during the course of his own sport, possessing all the virtues and fortunes, besides the power, qualities, and knowledge. A form which could move everywhere, displays all the forms, could visualize everything, should be all powerful and respectable by all, should be the ancient most, and which could make all the people civilized. Then he created the auspicious image of Ishvara, then the original being who was beyond comparison, eternal, beyond measure, form of consciousness which illuminates everything, form of pure knowledge, all pervading, indestructible, and supreme Brahman disappeared. The manifest form of formless being is Sadashiva, who is presently called by the people of wisdom as Ishvara, the lonely Ishvara produced from his own body an everlasting Shakti. This Shakti did not affect his original body in any way. The said Shakti is variously known as Pradhan, Prakriti, Maya, Gunavati, Para. She happens to be the creator of the Buddhi Tattva, cosmic intelligence, and is unblemished. The same Shakti is also called Ambika Prakriti, besides being the mistress of the three worlds. She is the mother of the three gods. She is everlasting and the main cause of the creation. She has 8 arms, divine beauty, and her face has the luster of 1,000 full moons. She has been adorned with various ornaments and holds several attributes and weapons. Her eyes resemble the blossoming lotus flowers. She possesses the luster beyond comprehension and creates all the movable and immovable creatures of the world. She is the lonely Maya who takes too many forms. Thereafter, the said Paramapurusha, Shiva, also known as Ishvara, having no other lord over him, who holds the Ganga over his head. He has 3 eyes and a crescent moon on his forehead. Shiva is 5 faced, a pleasant soul, holder of a trident having complexion as white as the camphor, keeps on applying holy ashes over the body. The same Parabrahman, in the form of Kala, in company of that Shakti, collectively built the Shiva Loka. The best of that place is known as Kashi. The place bestows salvation, therefore, it is considered as superior to all. The holy place is considered to be the place of supreme bliss, because the primordial lovers, who were extremely blissful, made that place as their permanent abode. The city of Kashi is called an Avimukta Kshetra, the holy place, because Parvati and Shiva can never be separated from each other, even at the time of dissolution. In the ancient times, Pinaka, bearing Shiva, had initially given the name of Anandavana, blissful forest, to this place, and subsequently it was known as Avimukta Kshetra due to the cause of bliss. O Narada, the rishi of the gods, both Shiva and Parvati, while roaming in the Anandavana, developed a desire for the creation of another being, entrusting on whom the entire responsibility. They could move freely in the city of Kashi, embracing Vairagya, detachment. Let him perform all the functions, always create everything, and ultimately, at my bidding, he should dissolve the entire universe. Shaking with the waves of anxiety in the ocean of anxiety, expanding with the tree of Rajoguna, then achieving the games in the form of Sattva-guna, which consumes Tamoguna, we might be able to carry out all our outer worries and live comfortably thereafter. Thus thinking, with the consent of Shiva, the Supreme Lord then poured in the 10th limb the fluid of nectar. Then a person who was the most beautiful in the 3 worlds appeared, who was peaceful, possessing Sattva Guna, and resembled the ocean of immeasurable majesty. O sage, he was endowed with patience and had the luster of sapphire. He was beyond comparison. His eyes resembled the lotus flowers. He had the complexion of gold, and 2 scarves were used as upper garment. He had 2 invincible arms. The said Purusha then offered his salutation at the feet of Shiva and said, O Master, give me a name and also define my duties. On hearing his words, Lord Shiva, with smile, spoke to the said Purusha, the words thundering like the clouds. Shiva said, because of your being of all pervading nature, you would be known as Vishnu. Besides this, you would be known by several other names which would please your devotees. You better perform tapas conducive to the achievements of the assigned task. Thus speaking, he produced the Vedas through his breathing, and because of this, it is said, Yasya nishvasitam vidaha. Thereafter, Lord Vishnu, offering his salutation to Shiva, performed great penance. Parameshwara disappeared and proceeded to his place with his Shakti. Lord Vishnu then performed tapas for 12,000 divine years, but he could not have an audience with Shiva, who bestows everything. Then, feeling doubtful in his mind, he kept on reciting the name of Shiva mentally, became anxious about the future course of action. At the same time, he heard the words spoken by Shiva, which said, in order to relieve your mind of the doubt, you perform tapas again. On hearing these words, Vishnu again performed tapas. After a long time, he could learn about Brahman by the path of meditation. Then Purushottama, Vishnu, woke up by the path of meditation and felt surprised delightfully and said, is it the same tattva? With the influence of the Maya of Shiva, several streams of water emerged from the body of Shiva. O great sage, all the streams of water merged into the Shunya, and the water was turned into the form of Brahman, the very touch of which destroys all the sins. Then Lord Vishnu, getting fatigued and feeling confused, kept on slipping in the water. At that point of time, he was known as Narayana, which was authenticated by the Vedas. At this at that stage there was nothing except Purusha and Prakriti. O immensely intelligent one, O great intellectual, at that stage several tattvas appeared from the great Purusha, the forms of which are being told by me. You kindly listen to the same. From Prakriti came into being the Mahat, the cosmic intellect. From Mahat emerged the three gunas. Then the cosmic ego arose therefrom, according to the three gunas. The subtle form of the nether, the five Mahabhutas elements emerged from them. From there appeared the organs of knowledge and action. O best of the sages, I have counted the tattvas before you. All these principles originating from Prakriti are insentient, but not the Purusha. The number of all the tattvas combined is 24. Vishnu, the Purusha, accepted all the tattvas and went to sleep at the will of Shiva in water as Brahman. Iti Sri Shiva Mahapurane Dvitiyayang Rudra Samhitayang Prathama Khande Srishti Upakhane Srishti Upakhane Vishnupati Varnanang Nama Shashtodhyayah. Chapter 7. The dispute between Brahma and Vishnu. Brahma said, after Lord Vishnu went to sleep, a huge lotus flower emerged from his navel. The lotus had an endless stalk. Its pericarp was full of luster. It was many yojanas vast, and similar was its height. It had the brilliance of crores of suns, possessing the beautiful tattvas. It was quite surprising and charming, besides being attractive. Shiva, the great lord, with Parvati as his better half, had produced me from his right limb. O sage, Mahesha overshadowed me. O sage, Mahesha overshadowed me with his illusion immediately, and in the course of his sport produced me from the umbilical lotus of Vishnu. O Narada, thus I, being Hiranyagarbha, was produced from that lotus, with four mouths, with red complexion, with my foreheads adorned with Tripundra. Having been influenced with the illusion of Shiva, I could recognize none else except the lotus. O dear one, being ignorant, I could hardly recognize the person who produced me. I could not I could not now, I could know, oh dear one, being ignorant, I could hardly recognize the person who produced me. I could not know about my creator, myself, the place from where I had arrived, what were my functions, and about my father, besides the person who had produced me. I could know nothing about all these facts. Then, having been in doubt, I could realize that I had been ignorant. It is easy to gain the knowledge. The place of growth of this lotus would be below, which must have given birth to me. There is no doubt about it. Thus thinking, I descended below, holding the lotus stalk, and for doing so, it took me hundreds of years. Still, I could not know the place of the origin of the lotus. Then, becoming doubtful, I again tried to reach the same lotus flower. O sage, when I was about to move up, holding the lotus stalk, but I failed to locate the blossomed lotus flower, which upset me. Then, by moving up as well downwards, 100 years passed. Then, getting upset, I stopped for a moment. At that point of time, with the will of Shiva, I heard a divine voice which said, you perform tapas. Listening to the divine voice, I performed tapas for 12 years in order to know about my father. Then, four armed Lord Vishnu, having beautiful eyes, showering his grace, and appeared before me. He was holding a conch, a will, a club, and a lotus as attributes in his four hands. His limbs had the cloud complexion and was clad in a yellow lower garment. He was adorned with a crown over the head and several other ornaments over the body. I, having been confused, looked at Lord Vishnu, who had a smiling face. On seeing the beautiful complexion, I was struck with great surprise. He was in four armed, shining like Kala, of golden hue, and soul of all creatures. Looking at the four armed Narayana, depicting Sata and Asata in himself, I felt delighted. Having been overpowered with the illusion of Shiva and failing to recognize my own father, I spoke to him quite delightfully. Brahma said, who are you? Please tell me. Thus speaking, I lifted up the Sanatana Purusha with my hands forcefully. The lotus eyed Lord, who was fast asleep, woke up having lotus like eyes and had enormous self control. He found Brahma there. When Lord Hari looked at me illuminating, when Lord Hari looked at me illumining with his luster, seated before him, then he smilingly spoke the sweet words. Lord Vishnu said, welcome. Welcome to you, dear son. You are Pitamaha of great brilliance. Don't be afraid. I shall surely bestow on you whatever is desired by you. You are the foremost among the gods. On hearing these words spoken by Vishnu, with smile I, feeling inimical to Vishnu, said to him. Brahma said, O sinless one, I happen to be the cause of the destruction of all. You address me as a child, as a preceptor addresses a disciple. I am the creator of the universe. I activate Prakriti, unborn, eternal, all pervading Brahma, and am born of Vishnu. I happen to be the soul of the universe, the destiny or the providence. Therefore, O lotus eyed one, how do you call me a child? The Vedas describe me as self born, without birth, all pervading, grand sir, self governed, and the excellent supreme being. Listening to the words spoken by me, Lord Vishnu, the Lord of Rama, listening to the words spoken by me, Lord Vishnu, the Lord of Rama, felt enraged and said, I am aware of the worlds having been created by you. Vishnu said, for the sake of the creation, you have emerged from everlasting limb. Have you forgotten me as Lord of the universe, also known as Narayana and Jagannatha, the one who is adored by the Supreme Soul, Indra, and other gods, the one who is known by the name of Vishnu, Achyuta, and Ishana, and who creates and preserves the universe, the one who is Narayana, Mahabahu, long armed, and all pervading Ishvara. I happens to be the same. I happen to be the same. From whose navel a lotus emerged with you, there is no doubt about it. You are not at all at fault in this. You have been overpowered with my illusion. O Brahma, listen. I happen to be the Lord of all the gods. There is none comparable with me. As the creator of the universe, its preserver, and the destroyer of the same. O Brahma, I happen to be the supreme Brahman as well as the supreme Tattva. I am the supreme light, the supreme soul. I am omnipresent and all pervading, besides whatever mobile or immobile is found in the world presently. O Brahma, all this is enveloped in me. I had in earlier times created this universe with 24 tattvas. It is connected with the eternal atoms. The anger and fear have emerged out of the same. You have been born because of my prowess, and all the limbs have been produced because of my sport. I have created wisdom in the same, as a result of which three types of pride has been created. I have evolved the five subtle elements besides the mind, the body, and the sense organs. I have created the Pancha Mahabhutas, five other elements, and all the material padarthas of the world. Therefore, O Brahma, O Lord of the people, you better take refuge in me. I shall protect you from all the troubles. There is no doubt about it, Brahma said. On hearing these words, I, being proud of becoming Brahma, became angry. Having been overpowered with the illusion, I shouted at him, saying, Who are you? Why are you speaking uselessly? You are not at all the Lord, nor the Supreme Brahman. There must be someone else who created you. Overpowered by the Maya of Shiva, the Supreme Lord, I fought a terrific battle with Vishnu. Influenced with Rajoguna, we became inimical to each other and fought a fierce battle in the middle of the vast ocean of the time of dissolution. In the meantime, in order to remove the controversy between us and in order to educate us both, a linga appeared between us. It was beyond the beginning, middle, or end, and had thousands of flames resembling the fire of the time of dissolution. It was without comparison, beyond expression, unmanifest, universal being. Lord Vishnu, at the sight of its thousand flames, became unconscious. When I too lost my senses, then Brahma said, What for were you praising yourself? What is this third element before us? Let us stop quarreling. Let us examine the fire which has suddenly emerged between us. How has it arisen? I shall go down below this pillar. O Lord of the people, with the speed of wind, you better fly upwards in order to examine its top. Brahma said, O sage, thus speaking, Vishnu, the soul of the universe, took to the form of a boar, and I myself took to the form of a swan. From that day onwards, I was called by the name of Hamsa Virat, all illustrious being. Therefore, the one who recites the name of Hamsa shall become the symbol of purity. I became a vast bird swan of extremely white complexion with two wings on either side. Then I flew upwards with the speed of wind and mind. Narayana, the soul of the universe, also became white complexioned boar of gigantic size of 100 yojanas. He had the gigantic body resembling the Sumeru mountain, possessing the luster of the time of dissolution, and white fangs, long nostrils, creating the terrific sound. He had small hoofs and surprising limbs. He took to the form of a charming boar and went downwards with great speed. Going down Going downwards, Vishnu kept on wandering for 1,000 years. From that time onwards, Shweta Varaha Kalpa was started. O sage of the gods, this Shweta Varaha became useful in the counting of the human times. The all powerful Vishnu kept on wandering in the nether world for long. Vishnu, in the form of Varaha, could not find even the slightest end of the linga. O destroyer of the enemies, for the same period I also kept on wandering above. I tried my best by all the means to find out the top of the linga, but could not succeed. Therefore, I also went back. Similarly, the lotus eyed Lord Vishnu, too, feeling tired in spite of his having the gigantic body which could accommodate all the gods, came back from the nether world at the same time as I did from the sky. He arrived with me, and offering salutation to Shiva again and again, getting influenced with his Maya, stood there with an upset mind. Vishnu, together with me, started offering salutation to Shiva Linga from backside, front, and both the sides. Then we started thinking, what can this be? This form cannot be expressed clearly. It is without action and name. It is without any sex, destination, but still appears as a linga and is beyond the path of meditation. Both myself and Hari, controlling our minds, started offering our salutations to the linga. They said, we are not at all aware of your true form. O great Lord, salutation to you. Please reveal your true form quickly to us. O best of the sages, both of us, having been infested with pride, continued offering salutation to the linga for hundreds of years. Iti Sri Shiva Mahapurane द्वितीयायां रुद्र संहितायां प्रथम खंडे सृष्टि उपाख्याने विष्णु ब्रह्म विवाद वर्णनं नाम सप्तमोऽध्यायः।